Energy readers of the world, welcome back to my channel, Zenergy, where we find the Zen within. Pisces North Node. I'm excited. I haven't been here in a while. I'm so excited to be back. We're going to check in, like always, with the Moonology real quick. It has been entirely too long for me doing my North Node reads, and I will not neglect ever again. You have my word. And don't let pride get in your way. Full moon in Leo. So, you know, they say pride comes before fall because it does come from the Bible. It seems like I always pull one or the other of this card. Don't let your past hold you back. This is actually the South Node card. So, I mean, what a better way to start this energy, to open this energy up. So we're going to do our typical Tree of Life spread. It is my favorite for the North Node specifically. There are, I don't know, I can't remember now, 225 paths, something like that. But anyhow, we're just going to do our 10 card spread and see what we see. We'll do one more. I am thrilled. I don't even think you understand how excited I am to do this finally. I guess I did 3 or 4 more. I don't even know. Beautiful, lovely. So in your foundation, we have the Ace of Swords. So you are really, it's cliche. I'm going to start right out with the cliche, right out of the gate, and you are standing on your truth. You are building on truth. You are only seeing truth. In your in your subconscious, though, you have an attachment that you may or may not be unaware of. You have definitely some sort of It's like you have an attachment to a lie subconsciously while believing and standing on a truth consciously. And let's see what that connects to in your emotions, in your emotional relationships. And that's the 8 of Wands. So, which is a very forward-moving energy, and pairing up with that devil in your subconscious is almost like getting away from that train of thought, which, lovely energy here in the communications and career position. That's the 10 of Pentacles. So you're balling out of control. You're really stacking your chips. You are figuring out investments. You're looking at long-term things. Because in this card, if you notice, they are definitely looking far. It seems like he's looking really far into the future, like way, way out here. But anyhow, let's just keep moving on to the heart of it all, the reason why we're here. And imagine that. It goes with that Page of Pentacles. So Pisces North Node, I think you really have some things figured out here. Other than we have this negative subconscious attachment. I'm not even sure how we're going to figure that out yet. We're going to though, trust me. And so now in your what's stopping and blocking you is the Death card. So you really need to not be afraid of ending something, not being afraid of something being finished, because everybody knows with an ending comes a beginning. When a door closes, another door opens. Some cases it might be 3 doors open because that door was a test. And that could be because the way that this read goes is these all interconnect into each other, so we have this connected to this. We have the Death card connected to the Devil card. Yeah, see now in your, and this is actually what's going to help you. It's like your helpful matters position. So what it almost seems like, wow, what a strange energy. I like this. It's like an enigma, which is my favorite thing to figure out here, because having the 5 of Pentacles in the helpful matters position, it's almost as if, I don't know if you're tricking yourself, and this is going to sound crazy. I don't know if you need to trick yourself out of lack mentality. Interesting. And and this kind of goes along with that very first card, not letting pride get in the way. And this is the King of Pentacles, which would be in your difficulties, which I believe I accidentally maybe put in with the blockages, but this is your difficulties, and you don't want to get in your own way with pride. There is a fine line between cocky and confident. Yes, there is a fine line between confidence and cockiness, and it is a hairline. It really is. And it's like if you've ever played poker, and as soon as you start talking trash, as soon as you start feeling prideful, at least it's in my case, it definitely will come to bite you quick. And then you start losing. So in your responsibilities position is the Knight of Cups. So you're being asked to be responsible over your heart. Don't give it out freely to just anyone. Just be very steadfast, be very watchful over your own heart. I mean, that's, the Pisces energy is kind of a little overgiving when it comes to the matters of the heart, truthfully. So you really want to be careful on who you're sharing your time and energy with, which, I mean, we should always be that, yes. And then what my favorite position, and then also my favorite card just came out, and that's the Queen of Wands. So lots of fire in this card, lots of grounded energy. I mean, it's kind of almost a combination of a lot of energies, but it is the Wands, so we are talking fire and passion. So you're being asked to be a little more passionate about your spirituality. Become a little more confident in your spirituality. Lose the cockiness and gain the confidence. The Queen of Wands is very confident. The King of Pentacles, yeah, he's kind of confident, but, like I said, he can definitely be cocky, especially in the reverse. But you're just being asked to really be passionate about your spirituality. I found myself, I was wondering what's wrong with me. I was like finding myself kind of brain dead in a brain fog. And yeah, I know the energy was kind of around for a few others in the collective, but it was me. It was me. It had nothing to do with the energies that are around in the retrogrades, which I am no longer reading for retrogrades. If they are an illusion physically, then they're an illusion on all planes, and I will no longer read for retrogrades. Sorry if you like them. I did myself, but I'm not going to feed into an illusion. So anyways, side note. I found that it dawned on me. Finally, I was just in my own head and trying to figure out or trying to go over like what is going on within this or that. And that's what it was. It was definitely me. It was me because I wasn't meditating enough. I hadn't meditated, and I couldn't tell you how long. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's what it is. I have not meditated. What is my problem here? Why have I gotten away from it? Well, life got me too busy, and I was burning the candle at both ends, which summertime ends up kind of happening. But, I reeled myself back in, regrounded myself, and realized that it's kind of like when you drink a lot of water and then you don't have any for a while. Your body really knows. Your whole body knows. Like, you haven't had water in a while. So my spirit knows, like, you haven't meditated in a while. It was something that I had basically become addicted to in a great sense, in a very positive way. And I hadn't done it in quite some time. I want to say almost 3 weeks, which would be the longest I had ever went since my awakening without a meditation. So I guess I'm only bringing that up because, if you want to become more passionate about your spirituality, the best way to do it is meditation. More meditation. Deeper meditation. I just wanted to pull three cards from the Light Seers. And we have the Six of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles yet again, which is, I just laid it right on top of the other Page of Pentacles, and the King of Wands now, And so, Pisces North Node, all about, you've gotten the practicalities down and the routines down, but now you're being asked in this lifetime to step out of that a little more, to stop having such a routine and to kind of dream a little, kind of go outside the lines when you're coloring a little. Pisces North Node is a very fun North Node because you really don't have any rules. You kind of like just let the rules melt away, where if it was reversed, Virgo North Node, like you got some hard work ahead of you. But, it's a lot easier to let loose than it is to tighten up. So in your case, let loose. In your case, free yourself from the schedules. You will become much more emotionally fulfilled. And it sounds crazy, but it leads you on to things that you would never have been led into had you stuck to your schedule. I like to go outside. I don't like to have a schedule whatsoever. I don't want anyone to figure me out. If I have somebody stalking me, or if I have somebody staking me out, for whatever reason, I don't want them to figure me out. I don't want them to know my schedule because I have none. And I have no Pisces in my chart whatsoever because apparently I have mastered that in the last lifetime. But regardless, it's been a very straightforward read. And the overall gist of it all is just to become a lot more passionate about your spirituality, about your dreaminess, about your I almost wanted to say galacticness, your galaxiness. I don't know. Something like that. But Pisces North Node, I hope this has been helpful for you. And I look forward to the next Pisces North Node, which is going to come a lot sooner than 11 months. That's right. The last one was 11 months ago. At least it wasn't a year ago. But I'm going to keep my average a lot tighter than one a month. So we're gonna hit the ground running now. I'm going to stay a little more consistent and stop talking about it. Of course, I really don't talk about it because I don't like to do that. I just like to show you what I'm going to do by doing it. Anyhow, I'm rambling. And we will do which, because I'm out of practice again, We did not pull our secret manifestation. We will do that next time. But we will not forget the psychic reading card. Juggler. See, and that was a lot of my issue too. Too many things going at once. That's the 19 card, which is a 10 energy, which is 1. Here we go. You are a gifted soul who needs to focus on your priorities. You have received this card as the universe wants you to know life is a balancing act. If you prioritize your life, you can and will achieve your goals. Are you trying to juggle too many things at the present time, or are you ignoring things you need to get done? The psychic reading card of the juggler is a sign that now is the time to focus and make things happen. When you look at the card, pay attention to what images are jumping out at you, as this will give you an indication of which part of your life you need to focus most on right now. Does the clock image jump out at you? Do you feel you never have enough time to achieve your goals or take time out for yourself? If so, go for a walk or to the gym, read a book, meditate, or finish things that you have been putting off. Does the house jump out at you? If so, it could mean you need to focus on your finances so you can purchase that property you have been dreaming of. If you already have a home, it can mean you need to focus on doing things in your home, such as renovations or a spring clean, to get your house back in order. If the image of the dollar note jumps out, it is a sign you may need to pay attention to your finances so you don't need to juggle things anymore to pay your bills. Whatever image jumps out at you, be aware of it, as the universe is trying to get your attention so you can recenter and focus your energy on the area in your life you feel you're most worried about. And this is the one. Yeah. My Venus in Virgo doesn't like that. Pisces North Node. Stop juggling and start spirituality. You know? And it's almost like, okay, so what is it we need to prioritize? Spirituality. Yeah. Hope that was helpful. I know it was. That's why you're here, to be helped. Even if it's one sentence, one word, one letter, my job is complete. That's why I come here. It's actually just for that. So, anyhow, all the normal stuff, like, subscribe, comment, share, blah, blah, blah. But the main thing is that you need to watch your thoughts, because they will become your words. Watch your words. They will become your habits. Watch your habits. They will become your character. I will see you on the north side.